Hey Time Slicers, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. I'm your host, Nikki Wildflower. I went from a basement apartment to a multiple seven-figure empire. Now I'm here to share how you can do it too. Hello, welcome to Slice Squad Spills. This is Nikki Wildflower, your host, and I'm here with my sister and co-host, Jackie, who's freshly back from parental leave.
Hi, you miss me?
Well, yeah, I mean, they probably missed both of us because I skipped an entire month by accident. Like, who left me responsible? It's just things, things piled up. And next thing you know, it's just like, oh, an entire month went by. And then the kids shoved crumbs into like the microphone ports on my laptop. So I had to get a new one. And so that's it. So how's it going with child?
It's going well. It has been like a crazy leave, like just went so fast, but also the days felt slow sometimes, but the weeks just flew by. And yeah, adjusting to being a new mom is crazy. And I feel like I've learned like a lot of lessons that will translate into helping our clients, business owners, that I didn't really anticipate. Like, for example, leaning more into trust and like leaning into your intuition and trust and living in a space of gratitude and recognizing and mindfulness. So there are so many things I could go into. Maybe we'll do an episode on like the lessons that I've learned on those 10 weeks away, because I've never taken more than like 4 consecutive days away from work. So it was really wild. And yeah, I'm very excited to be back on the pod.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to have you back, and that it's just on my schedule now, and I can't make excuses or back out of it.
No bailing on me. Yeah.
No bails. But that's okay. It's not like I want to bail. It's just that like I said, if I look away for 5 seconds, my Slack is just filled, and my phone, there's like 1,000 messages, and it's just,
To be fair, I also left you with a lot of my responsibilities in terms of work. And so like you were kind of double working. So we'll let it slide.
Your
we'll let the
girl's tired.
Yeah, I bet.
I know you are too, because you have an infant, but I'm just going to like put this out there into the universe. You can't do this again.
I will not be having another baby anytime soon. I promise. I don't want to. I love him so much, but it was a rough adjustment for me. I've got to be honest. I was not a good pregnant person. I complained nonstop.
Horrendous.
And then the hormone crash in the beginning of like postpartum was no joke. I was crying every day. Like it was really hard. And the like being sleep deprived, like all of it, I'm like, I can't do this anytime soon, or maybe ever again. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's getting more fun now though, like more and more fun, because he's like not just a potato. He's like smiley.
Yeah.
And
I think it'll be more fun in 10 years. So I don't got another round of that in me for at least another 4. So today we're going to talk about, recently I made a post on Facebook that got a lot of attention, and it was really like things stylists need to stop apologizing for, because I've become very unapologetic in my older age, my more mature years, not mature years,
she's having a crisis because she's inching towards 40.
So
now she's
38.
calling herself older.
No, I'm not. Listen, we are having a little bit of a crisis about it because, listen, like what happened? How did this happen? I was 18
I don't know.
yesterday.
It's really weird. I know. So, it feels so weird that you're 38.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't understand it. That's why I posted that, and I've become very unapologetic. And it's probably been, I wish that I was more like that earlier in my career, but it's never too late to start making these changes, to tap into this. And I really want to dive into some of the things that we don't need to be sorry for, like things that maybe you think are unkind, but they're not. People are like, I just hear it all the time. Like, I don't want to do this because like I'm a really compassionate person, or I don't want to enforce my policies because I'm really a nice person, and my relationships with my clients mean more to me than anything. I don't want to do this because I know people are hurting really bad right now, like struggling really bad right now. You need to not do that. Okay.
No, Let's talk about the fact that, like, hey, maybe one of your core values is kindness or empathy, right? Those are totally some of my core values. Being kind and empathetic and being unapologetic and not apologizing for setting boundaries in your business are not mutually exclusive. They don't have to be. You get to keep your core values and be a kind and empathetic person while also being unapologetic about what your needs are in your business and backing yourself as a business owner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to talk about 9 things that you absolutely positively need to stop apologizing for and start utilizing and come into your power with. And if you don't like hearing the truth, you can go ahead and hit stop now. This is Slice Squad Spills, not Slice Squad Whispers Gently. So it's going to be raw.
We're going to kindly and empathetically tell you the truth here. Like, tell you what you need to hear.
Raising your prices. Number 1, stop fucking apologizing for raising your prices. Every year, inflation averages 3 to 5%. If you don't raise your prices, you're literally giving yourself a pay cut. Quite literally giving yourself a pay cut. So imagine working harder, being better because you have more experience. You've invested into your education, hopefully, and still making less because you didn't want to send a text that says, hey, my prices are going up. That's not noble. That's literally math illiterate. I don't know what you're doing. Like, stop acting like your clients are going to have to auction off their firstborn to afford you. They're not. Like, they spend.
If you do a 3 to 10% price increase, I mean, at the end of the day, if someone's budgeting already hundreds of dollars to come see you on a regular basis, 20 to 50 to maybe even $100 more, depending on the service and the percentage increase you do, is not going to break the bank for most of your clients. Will some people maybe give you pushback? Yeah. Are they your ideal client anymore? No, probably not, because first of all, it's not appropriate for someone to push back on your price increase. But second of all, you may lose some clients, and that's kind of the point. And we've talked about that in so many episodes. When you do a price increase and raise your prices, you should lose some clients that you don't want to be working with anymore, that are not your ideal clients, and they can go to a person that is in the price range that works or does offer those services that you don't want to offer anymore that are lower ticket, right? Like, you need to, though, every year, if not every 6 months, or actually just depending on your demand, raise your prices regularly. You have to.
I mean, that's going to determine the percentage. I will say like 3 to 5% is like a minimum. If your demand is higher, then it should be higher, right?
If you have no availability, 10 to 20%, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So, and sometimes even 30 if you haven't done it in a long time. So stop apologizing for that. It does not make you a nicer person because you're not charging your prices. It makes you burnt out. It makes you not kind. It makes you resentful, and it makes you like burn out faster, not able to save up for your own retirement, and have to work yourself into the ground for the rest of your life. How is that compassionate? How about being compassionate to yourself?
It's counterintuitive, y'all. Okay.
Okay. Next thing. You don't need to apologize for not squeezing someone in.
You don't have to work on your days off.
You don't have to work on your days off.
No.
Oh, this made me so mad. I posted on Facebook, and I guess, well, actually, this is a double-edged sword, because I posted that you don't have to work weekends. You don't have to work past your hours. And somebody said, that's the problem with these new stylists these days. And I said,
oh God.
So you think I'm really pretty? No, I was like, so you think I'm new? I said, actually, I've been doing hair for 23 years.
Yeah.
22, not 23.
You're
22
like, oh,
years.
so you think I'm really young?
Yeah. And I said, just because when we started and we were doing it back when we had no choice, doesn't mean that we should want the same for people now.
It's almost like not kind to have that mindset. Like, you have to start from the bottom and eat shit, you know?
Just because you had to walk 8 miles uphill in the snow doesn't mean that you want other people to have to do it, when we realize that that's not correct.
Right. And listen, is there a place for working weekends? Sure. If that actually works for you, like, let's just say you're a mom or a parent. Let's just say it's the summer, right? And your kids are out of school and you want to pick up some Saturdays so that you could like take your kids to places that are normally busy on the weekends on Mondays, like shift your schedule. Great. Is there a high demand for weekend appointments? Sometimes evening appointments. Yeah. Sometimes, depending on who you're marketing to, though, because there are people who work from home or work obscure hours or, you know, work overnight shifts that you can market to, that will come during the day. or there are stay-at-home parents that will come during the day. Like
there was a time when I was in my younger 20s and I just wanted to build my clientele as fast as possible. And I wanted to make as much money as fast as possible that I would just do any, like I worked Saturdays until probably like 7 and then it was fine. I went out until 5 a.m. and all was good.
yeah,
I slept.
I've been there too as a massage therapist. Yeah.
And no regrets there. But as I started calming down on that like party girl lifestyle, I didn't want to work those hours anymore because I wanted my daytime. That's fine too. You don't have to work any given hours. You find your people. That's it. Then I started doing a lot of nurses' hair and people who had those like different shifts. And that worked great. People that work from home, people who are retired.
There are plenty of humans. Even the work from home people can often like block off an hour or block off a couple of hours or work in your chair in your office. Not if you're a massage therapist, obviously, like they can't be working while they're getting a massage, but that's a shorter service. But if you're a hairstylist and you're doing a longer service, tell them, yeah, bring your laptop, like whatever you got to do and serve those clients. It's all about how you market, not about what hours you're available. And so it kind of is a scarcity mindset to say, I have to work X on my days off or X, Y, and Z in order to be busy. It's just not true. It's how you market.
Yeah. It's like if your hours are only open till 6 o'clock and this person can't come until 6:30, then they can't come, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. You know, like I had a client text me and say, hey, I would really like to come in. And it was a Saturday, whatever. And I was like, cool, I'll be back on Tuesday.
Right.
And they're like, oh,
is that going to break you as a business owner? No.
I just really wanted to get this done. Okay, awesome. I'll see you Tuesday.
Cool. Here's my availability.
Yeah. That's it. You don't have to do that. Like you're not the ER. This is not, no one's dying.
You're not a 24-hour McDonald's. Like, let's figure it out.
Gray coverage is not a medical emergency, even though sometimes it feels like it. When you start doing that and working outside of your boundaries, that also affects you, the way that you're able to serve people, which also hurts retention and lifetime value. So like doing these quick little squeeze-ins can actually lose you a lot in the long run.
And cause you a lot of frustration and like resentment. And that's not what we want as business owners.
Oh man, all day in my DMs. I know y'all are resenting your clients. I know. Because you come to me all day and you tell me. And
it's not fair to the client, right? Because of it's we have to look within. Like, oh, this is me.
It's not them. It's not them. It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. You're not like you're avoiding hard conversations.
Yes. Look within. If you have and if this is like a problem that's been happening for a really long time, it's like, who's the common denominator here? I am, as the business owner, not setting boundaries. I'm working on my days off and that's why I'm burnt out. This is not my client's fault. This is my fault.
Number 3. This is a big one. Enforcing your policies. Don't even effing get me started. Policies protect your revenue. Every no-show or last-minute cancellation costs the average person, I mean, it really depends on what the appointment was, but usually anywhere from $100 to $500. And if you multiply that by, let's say 4 or 5 cancellations per month, think about that.
You're looking at quite a big chunk of money there. 500 to 5,000, depending on how high your tickets are.
Full vacation to Cabo. Like airlines don't apologize when they charge you for a bag of pretzels. I just took Breeze. They charge you for pretzels.
Breeze airline?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
Slim pickings.
They charge you for pretzels. So Frontier also.
It's kind of similar. Like it's okay. It's a la carte, we'll call it.
It's a wooden airplane. I get it. You rode a wooden airplane.
No, the seats were nice. They were pleather.
No, one time Kayla, I flew her out here and she's like, just buy me the cheapest flight. She's like, put me on a wooden airplane. I don't care. So now I call and I got her a Frontier ticket. So now I call Frontier wooden airplane.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So listen, I say this all the time. Sometimes I cancel on my therapist when I don't feel like going. Like I'm not ready to face these demons. I'm not going. And that's
actually, I'd rather dissociate tonight. Thank you, though.
Yeah. It's never a good idea to cancel, but sometimes I'm like, I just can't. Let's not do this today. And so I always pay her regardless of whether, like, if I cancel on her last minute, I just Venmo. Like
therapists, doctors. I mean, think about most of my doctors, right? I was just pregnant and now pediatric appointments and stuff like that. They just have your card on file. If you're not showing up to the appointment, they're just charging the card. We need to do the same thing.
I just took an hour of this person's time. Your
Yes.
revenue could never be predictable if you don't do this. Okay. And it is your responsibility to communicate what those policies are in advance so that you don't have people popping off. You have to say, hey, listen, like, I want you to make sure that you read over my cancellation policies and understand this and then go ahead and sign off on it. Otherwise, people can get angry if you just come out of the blue. But if they know and you communicated it clearly and you said, this is how I'm able to protect my business because I am, in high demand. Just like if you go, say you're in New York City and you make a reservation at a restaurant that is expensive and always booked. In order to hold that spot, they charge you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you cancel, they charge you.
Yeah.
They
charge
kind
you
of a
to
lot.
make the reservation. And also if you cancel within a certain amount of time.
You just blocked them from making the amount of money that they were projected to make so that they can grow. Think about how fucked up it is for somebody to expect you to walk into work and not get paid.
Imagine
I don't care what the reason is.
Imagine speaking that, let's say you were someone's boss, right? Imagine being like, hey, I know you arrived today to work ready to get paid, but unfortunately today you're not going to get paid for today's work. You're just not going to. But they showed up to your place of business. Would you feel good about that? I want to also address the elephant in the room on enforcing policies. Are there circumstances where you have a very, very loyal, amazing client that never cancels or has respected your policies before that is going through an emergency truly where you can make an exception? I personally believe absolutely when you are consistently enforcing your policies across the board, it makes it a lot easier to make an exception in a moment like that. But don't let that be a slippery slope to Bill, well, maybe I should. No, there are definitely circumstances where I have, for example, one of my amazing clients I've been seeing for 5 or 6 years. She was literally getting ready to leave the house and her dog had a seizure or something. She needed to go to the emergency vet with her dog. I hadn't left my house yet. And so I told her, don't worry about it. She said I could reschedule for tomorrow. I really still want this massage. I'm like, okay, great. I rescheduled her for the next day and I didn't charge her because she rescheduled. And again, she has actually no-showed me by accident before and without question sent me payment. So in circumstances like that, where you have this an incredible client who's truly going through an emergency, a death in the family, something like that, when you're consistently unapologetically enforcing your policies with all of your clients across the board, again, it makes it more possible to have this wiggle room.
Yeah, exactly. That's the exception, right?
Mm-hmm.
That allots you
That's not the norm.
that allots you the generosity to make that call. Okay. So, and then don't even come at me with this, what if you're sick thing? Yeah, sometimes we get sick or our kids get sick or whatever it is. It's not the same thing. There is no loss of income that they get because of that, even if they took off work. So in my policy, it literally says I'm not responsible. Every once in a while, I might have to reschedule your appointment. I highly recommend you don't take off work to be here, and I'm not responsible for any loss of income, basically, in more official terms. But that's what it says. This is your choice to, if you choose to take off of work, all good. I'm not responsible for you losing your income or anything like that. Every once in a while, something might happen where I can't be here, which for me is a rarity, but it could happen.
And emergencies happen.
But they're not losing their income. It's just an inconvenience. So
it's not the same thing. It's just not the same thing. Yeah. You are the practitioner, right? You are the business owner. They are your client. Sometimes doctors' offices have to cancel on us too, or reschedule us because someone's sick or something. It happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I don't even understand that comparison. It makes no sense. I'm y'all are really digging now to not charge your cancellation.
You'll do anything to not take accountability.
You'll do anything not to charge your cancellation policies and have a hard conversation.
I've never met anyone who doesn't want to make money so bad.
Yeah. Why do you want to be broke so badly? Stop it. The next one is not texting back on non-work hours. That's pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to do that. So every interruption destroys your focus. So let's say you're in a mode where you're with your family fully, anytime you look at your phone, it takes you 20, like studies show that it's going to take you like more than 20 minutes to get back into like that zone where you're not distracted and be present again. Same thing when you're on your deep work or like you're focusing on social media, any distraction where it's a text or you like takes your attention away from what you're doing, it will take you 23 minutes to get back into that deep work. So if you're answering texts at 6 a.m., 10 p.m. on weekends, like
it's
you're
scarcity mode, and you're probably doing it from a place of chaos. I guarantee you're like forgetting who you responded to. If you were to just time block and like stay within your own boundaries of your own schedule that works for you, you'd probably be way more efficient anyway. You wouldn't lose business from not.
I answer text messages from this time to this time every day, period.
Mm-hmm.
And you train your clients. You just say, if I don't answer you, it's because it's not during my working hours and I'll answer you as soon as I can.
Or post on your freaking Instagram story like, hey, I saw a bunch of you have reached out. Just want to let you know at this time on this day, I'll be returning all inquiries.
I don't do that because I'm like, not everyone's going to see that. I just let them know like in person. So like I tell my clients, you can text me anytime. Just know that. If you have any issues, anything like that, you need to reschedule, whatever it is, just know that if I don't answer you, I will as soon as I'm back in the office. That's it.
I tell consulting clients, I actually have this thing that I say all the time. And I just realized that it's like a internal script, but I say like, you have my phone number. You can text me at any point. I have great boundaries. If I'm not working, I will not respond to you.
Yeah.
So like, don't feel bad texting me in the middle of the night. Know that I'm not going to see it anyway. My phone's on do not disturb unless I'm working.
Yeah, like that's what I say. You can text me on weekends. You can text me at 2 a.m. I don't care. I'm still not going to answer you. I had a client text me on Saturday and I didn't answer her until Monday at 11 a.m.
Me as a sister though, notify anyway. Bam, to you all the time.
I know.
Like, oh, she's not answering me. She's on do not disturb. Guess what, bitch? You're getting the notification.
Do you know how easy it is for me to lose focus? Like, oh.
Yes, I do. I know it. I know it's fucked up. I do it. I need you. If I'm doing that, I need you.
Wait, you sound like this morning at 5:30. She's like, you. Mom. And I like go into her room. She's like, I need you. And I'm like, what do you need? And she's like, I need you in my bed.
Oh my God. I miss them. I miss the babies.
I know. And I'm like, all right. I'll come in. I'll go in your bed. She's got a queen size bed. I'm going in there. That's fine.
You're like vibes.
Yeah. Let's say. So the text message thing, obvi, you don't have to respond to people all hours of the night. That's another one where you're going to build resentment over time. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to constantly feel like you don't have enough time. If you do not learn how to properly manage your time, and I am a victim of this sometimes. I am like a ping pong ball. I'm constantly jumping around when I'm not properly time blocked and don't put on do not disturb and like just focus and put my Pomodoro timer and do what I'm doing in that moment. You could get so much more done when you do that. When you don't do that, you will be like bouncing around, ba-bing, 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 and you will never feel like there's enough time in a day.
And things slip through the cracks. When we're operating like that. It's for everyone.
Yeah, same. No, I let a lot of things slip through the cracks because I am in 48 places at once. So I got to get back
into
the course. Yeah.
It's just my, yeah.
You did this to me by burning a human. I got off my schedule. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Charging for the value you provide. I mean,
it's the same thing as like raise your prices. Like,
yeah, like
don't emotionally discount in the moment. Your prices are your prices. It's what they are. You don't need to discount them because you're like, I'm not sure if I did a good job this time. Don't do that.
Specifically for hairstylists, clients aren't buying time. Different from massage therapists. They are. Quite literally, they're buying time. But for hairstylists, they're buying transformation. Nobody cares how long it takes. Actually, they'd probably rather it take less time. Convenience, right? They care how good they look leaving. So you charge for the outcome. You don't break things down into little freaking segments and start techno babbling on them. Doesn't matter. Just the outcome. People will happily pay $300 to have a stranger stab a needle into their face and call it Botox. Don't apologize for charging $300 to make them look good with an accessory they wear every single day.
Right. And even for massage therapists, people pay for time, yes, certainly, but you can even have, luxury services on your menu that like, if they booked like a traditional, like let's say your Swedish massage, that's 90 minutes. it's X price, but you have a luxury service that gives them a better outcome, right? Like maybe it's specifically focused on stress relief or targeting pain in their job, like whatever it may be, whatever special trainings you have, whatever special tools you have, they are paying for time still, but like you can have elevated services that take the same amount of time, but you charge more for, that give a good result because people want the result.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Next one, taking a vacation. Listen,
We've all got to do it.
I'm not the strongest at this, but if you're not working your vacations into your like projections for the year, like what you want to be earning, like automatically take 3 weeks off. You're working 49 weeks out of the year, whatever you want to do. Rest is an ROI. Somebody who burns out loses months of productivity. You take a vacation, you come back refreshed. Your clients are not going to sit home crying because you're in Cabo. Like
they want you to go.
And if you are not getting paid enough, if you're booked out, the way that I talk to stylists all the time who are booked out but don't make enough money to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You have to take what your annual like goal is, right? So let's just say you're like, I need to, in order for me to live in abundance, right? Or to be like affluent, I need to be making $10,000 per month. Take that $10,000 times it by 12. That's $120,000 a year. I almost like didn't know if that was correct. So that's $120,000 a year. Now you're going to divide 120,000 by 49, not 52. And that will tell you how much you need to make every single week because you're just assuming that you're going to take 3 weeks off, right? So do the math better. Okay. That's what I have to say about that. Otherwise, your weekly projection, like what you're projecting weekly and what your goal is, it's going to be off and you're not going to be able to take vacation or time off.
No, and then I have 2 more things and then I got to go because I realized that I double booked myself and I have another meeting.
Perfect.
You know what? Maybe it's just a to be continued because in true chaotic Nikki style, oopsie daisy. Saying no, you don't need to apologize for. Saying no, I say no more than I say yes. And it's the best thing you could ever do. Leaving a toxic environment, best thing you could ever do for your career. I promise. Not doing services you don't want to do. That's it.
Now, and we can elaborate on those next episode.
Yep. And I'm going to leave some links below. We love you guys. Welcome back.
We love you. So happy to be back.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Slice Squad Spills. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback is going to help us improve and attracts more listeners to the show. Please share with your fellow time slicers. And hey, if you're ready to optimize your time and double your income, we've got you covered.